Alright, so I'm back at working on the e46 right now. I think the last thing you saw was I pulled the motor out of it. Not quite sure. But I have the whole thing converted to rear wheel drive now. So I have a new steering rack. I got M3 control arms. Got brakes on there. So all that's been taken care of. I ran some new fuel lines, as you can see right here. I did 3/8 hard line, send and return. Then I have a Walbro 255 that just came in. So here is Walbro 255. So I'm going to put that in the tank. And then I also got my motor mounts. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's a big step also in getting things going. So got all that stuff. I'm definitely chipping away at it. But right now let's pull the diff out, see how that goes, and I think we'll weld it because it seems like there aren't very many good options for an LSD for the e46, and I don't know, it's easy enough to weld. So I'll weld it, see how I like it. Worst comes worst, I'll buy a cheapo diff and have to get an LSD for it. So let's get to pulling out the differential. Alright, so I could not get the diff out. I have strip bolts in the whole sway bar, and they're in such a spot that looking at the way everything is, I think a better mode of approach is wait till I have enough stuff on the front that I can support the front of the car, and then I think I should just drop the whole rear subframe, and then I can also weld in support patches into the bottom of the car, because I guess the subframes do tend to pull the floor out on these, and I'll also be able to reinforce the subframe itself and put new bushings in the subframe and bushings in the rear end. So I believe that that's the better way to do it. There's no reason for me to like kill myself trying to fight it on the ground and have a bunch of strip bolts and shit. I'll just take it all out. Then I'll get to paint the subframe too, make everything look nice, weld everything all into it. I definitely think that's the best mode approach. So because of that, we're gonna mess with the fuel pump, which also is awesome because I don't have to lay under the car the whole time. So we'll pull it out of the back seat. I already have it pretty much taken apart. So there you go. That is the fuel pump set from an e36 if you haven't seen one. I mean 46. I mean 46 if you haven't seen one. Yeah, so I'm going to take this thing apart and try and figure out how to make this new pump work. Alright, so I pulled out the little rubber things, and now I have just my frame. So there's the frame, here's the old pump setup. We don't care about this, only care about this. And now I'll get my pump and figure out how we're going to make the two meet. Alright, so I made the fuel pump up. I kind of forgot to film it right. I'm sorry for that. But I'm pulling it out of my tank. I just test fit it. So here it is. There is the Walbro sitting with the filter sock. There's a hose clamp. Then I took some wire, safety baling wire, and I put safety baling wire around it. I made two new holes. JV welded the wires through the holes that I made. So those are in there. And then I popped out the two pins for the factory fuel supply. And yeah, this whole thing, it slides right back in the hole and it's all good to go. Put it back in. Alright, so there's the fuel pump all installed and back in the hole. And now we'll go around to the front of the car, and I actually put the CX Racing mounts in place. So there's about where the mounts go. They have a little bit of turn to them, so I can do more adjustment, but they're in. I don't know, I guess I need to trim this too, probably. I think I'm going to delete this whole thing. Just do manual brakes. It clears up so much space in this region. And I also need to add a clutch pedal. So probably will be going to the junkyard and trying to pull a pedal assembly out. And I'll then modify the clutch pedal to take a remote mount Wilwood reservoir, which I'll put up here. And it'll be kind of like when I did to my e46, which I made a video on. So I'll do that whole process over again for this car so that I can have a properly sized master cylinder for the clutch. And yeah, all in all though, I have been working on it, making progress. I just need a cam and some stuff for this, and then I'm going to take this all apart. I'll put it back together and kind of bulletproof it. I'm going to do some lifters, LS7 lifters. I'm going to do a TSP cam, probably like a 224, 224. What else? I got the trunnion upgrade for it. I got a dual roller timing set. Got the oil pan. So I'm making some progress. Got my AR5 there. I got to do the FabBot conversion kit to it. But all in all, definitely making some progress, and things are coming together. So I guess that'll be all for today. Sorry I didn't really show you me doing much, but at least like if you want to put a 255 in one of these, you know, I've seen how mine's mounted. It worked really well. It was easy to do. And you see how the mounts are in. And I didn't pull the diff just because I'm going to just drop the whole subframe and do the other mods that are needed to be done anyways. So that's all for today. Like, subscribe, thanks for watching, and have a good one.